I lived atop a most beautiful tree, where a tree house was harboring my memories. But snakes came in staves round the trunk of my home to claim their stake in the tree that I owned. And I vowed to slaughter these serpents in droves. From their lavender fodder my branches will grow. The flowering vine, oh wisteria, is choking the old oak where when young I kissed ya. The flowering vine, oh wisteria, is strangling the limbs dangling out of my home. The vines, oh so slowly, were strengthening their bonds round the throat of the oak that had shaded the lawn. The vines will envelop if nothing is done for the old helpless oak and his need for the sun. I slank to the ground like a feline of sorts and brought back the bush axe to use as my sword. The flowering vine, oh wisteria, is choking the old oak where when young I kissed ya. The flowering vine, oh wisteria, is strangling the limbs dangling out of my home. Green vines bleed white bark flies every time I close my eyes to keep from blind. I strike with all my might against the trunk of oak and serpents' spines. Vines bleed white, bark flies every time I close my eyes to keep from blind. I strike with all my might against the trunk of oak and serpent spines. But oh, the awful irony will reveal itself when it's meant to be. Because where the oak was in front of me is now a splintered stump and shattered memories. Because where the oak was in front of me was a splintered stump and shattered memories. The flowering vine, oh wisteria, is choking the old oak where when young I kissed ya. The flowering vine, oh wisteria, is strangling the limbs dangling out of my home.